Clamp, baby. Tyler Herro gonna get his revenge and clamp. Oh, he's gonna get a good look. That's tough. Game time rebound by the Herro, baby. Let's go. If the Heat would have lost this game, y'all would have never seen that video because I would not be posting tonight. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not a sore loser. I would have still had a video out. But what a really, really fun game. At least the second half of it. If anyone watched the game, you know that the first half was, as Eric Reed called the last game versus Charlotte Hornets, Brickfest. I think the Heat opened the game like 0-12 from 3 or something, but they do come out to win 96-95 after having a very, very strong third quarter and fourth quarter in overtime. Now, actually, full disclosure, I actually didn't watch the first half. I was watching Suits, finishing an episode with my lovely lady, and I was gonna go back and watch the first half on the DVR because our episode ended right at halftime. But I saw that the Heat were down 14 and they were shooting like -7%. So I said, instead of wasting my time watching the first half and catching up, I'm just going to watch the second half. And that was a great, great decision. Now, let's start with talking about the star of the night, in my opinion, who I guess you could go for two. You either got Tyler Herro or Jimmy Butler. Well, let me see who actually was the lead scorer, though. So the leading scorer was still Jimmy. But Tyler Herro is the guy that came out there in that third quarter and started cooking. Now, I guess him and Jimmy. But what made it so great about what Tyler was doing is he was getting to the same shot over and over and over again. Y'all know, I think they were calling it like the flamingo on Twitter, that little one-handed floater. And shout out to Tyler Herro, man, because as another guy who wasn't really great in the first half, he came out in that third quarter and got this team right back in it. And then go all the way to the fourth quarter. Tyler Herro with another floater. Tyler Herro with another floater to take the lead. And then for some reason, Spo didn't take him out on the last defensive possession of the game. And Jimmy gambled a little bit. It's not really Tyler's fault. He had to help him recover. But Herro did end up fouling Kel Bridges, I think it was, who hit both free throws to send the game to overtime, where the Heat also couldn't score the first half of overtime. But by the second half, it was Tyler Herro cooking after he bricked the three, hit two very clutch back-to-back threes, and then Jimmy went ahead and went to the line and sealed it with the free throw. So shout out to Tyler Herro, something that was very, very nice to see for a guy that was struggling. So I just want to get that out of the way so everyone that thinks I'm a Herro hater knows that that's not the case. And I guess it's not right. I can go ahead and fix this here. I should have brought down the little bobbleheads up there. But just so y'all know, I support my guys, man. Got the Tyler and Jimmy Butler bobblehead, which is the other story of tonight's game. Of course, Jimmy Butler returning after missing, was it a couple weeks with his absence? I forget. It was his toe that was hurting him, actually. And I'm stupid because on the anonymous player prop betting app that does not sponsor me, so I will not say their name, I took the Jimmy Butler under because last time we saw Jimmy return from injury versus the Jazz, the man didn't try, as regular season Jimmy usually does. But tonight Jimmy tried, and it's not just the 31 points that's like, oh yeah, Jimmy tried. It's the 16 free throw attempts, and that is the sign that Jimmy Butler is feeling himself. Because there was even a moment, I think it was late in the third quarter, like Jimmy was trying to go 2 for 1, so he was letting the ball just roll down the court, and immediately as soon as he picked it up, little attack, pump fake, gets the guy to jump on him, when he missed a shot, but he got his way to the free throw line. It's like I started laughing because Jimmy Butler can get to the line whenever he wants, and it's actually drawing contact. Unlike, even though they called a BS flopping foul on Jimmy Butler, if you didn't see it, basically Jimmy was going for a rebound, got a little shove and just kept running. He did a little bit just to be funny or something. But the weird part is they called a flop 30 seconds later, and everyone was very confused. And Jimmy Butler doesn't flop. Kyle Lowry, yeah. Kevin Love, sometimes, sure. But Jimmy Butler, no, that man doesn't flop. So it's crazy he got attacked. But anyways, all the other free throws was mostly him just attacking the basket, pump faking, putting his shoulder into people. And that is the assertive Jimmy that I like to see. That being said, when they play the Toronto Raptors, I think it's on Wednesday, he probably won't try because it's hard to get back-to-back games in the regular season where Jimmy tries. But I think he just wanted to kind of come out there tonight and say, hey, let me assert myself in this game. Let me show everyone that I still got it. I'm not hurt. I'm 100% healthy, and I'd love to see that for him. Even I had him showing some emotion. He had a tough layup and did the two smalls to the defender, and that's the Jimmy Butler that you absolutely love to see. Let's talk a little bit about Bam Adebayo, who did struggle on the offensive end today. He was 5 for 17, which is not something you like to see, and the shot selection was little bit questionable in the fourth quarter. He was getting double teamed a lot, took a couple tough fadeaways, which I didn't like to see. But the defense was chef's kiss as always. That's my DPOY. But more importantly, the 20 rebounds, especially when you go on a guy like Nick Claxton, who's obviously a very good defender, very good rebounder. To get 20 boards with him was Bam asserting himself. And to me, that's another definition of a star. I always talk about how Jimmy Butler's a star because big-time player, big-time games, right? But a guy who, another like term for a star is if you are not impacting the game in one way, find another way to impact the game. That's Bam Adebayo wasn't scoring tonight. He got 20 boards and dominated the glass. That to me is the sign of a star player. We'll see stuff like that from Tyler Herro sometimes. Sometimes he'll have a little bit of an empty box score, but other times if he's struggling on the the shooting side, have a lot of rebounds, like he did tonight with 11 rebounds. So Tyler Herro was really all over the place. But I really like what I got from the quote unquote big three today, and it was a good performance. The fourth quarter, their struggles continued a little bit. Even to start the overtime, I think it was like Cam Thomas had a wide open layup, then a Royce O'Neal wide open three. And then for the Heat, it was a Bam fadeaway double team jumper. And then Caleb Martin driving fadeaway jumper where he got blocked with like a second on the shot clock. It was a little bit ugly. I'd like to see this team that has all this experience and chemistry for being together for years and star scorers like Tyler Herro and Jimmy Butler. I'd like to see them not struggle late in the fourth quarter and overtime, but it is what it is. The trend will continue and hopefully miraculously cure itself come playoff time like this team always seems to do somewhat. Another guy that I was excited to watch today was Nikola Jovic. Obviously, I should mention you got Jaime Jaquez out with the strained groin. And the way my girlfriend talks, I know a lot of women that would like to strain Jaime Jaquez's groin. You know what I'm saying? I don't personally get it. I'm more of a Caleb Martin guy myself. Anyways, but that's besides the point. Nikola Jovic tonight. Obviously, I was gonna say you didn't have Jaime, but you still had the other young guy starting, Nikola Jovic, which is fun because he's Jimmy's boy. I'd like to really. You never really got a chance to see them play a lot together, so it was nice to see tonight. He only played 18 minutes and he was 2 for 4, so he didn't do too much. But he didn't hurt the team. The past few games, he's been struggling with the shot a lot. So it was nice to see him come out there and kind of be relatively efficient. Is there anyone else to talk about? Kyle Lowry, don't care. Let's talk a little bit about Josh Richardson, who in that fourth quarter, when things started to get in the mud for the Heat a little bit, he hit like a couple threes, a floater, really came to play. And Josh Richardson has been a way more important piece to this team than I think a lot of people thought. I know, of course, all Heat fans were excited when they got Jay Ridge back, but he's a guy that's kind of been forgotten in the league really since he left Miami. And they, so much so that he were able to get him on a minimum contract, but he's provided an excellent spark off the bench for this Heat team this year, and he is a legitimate rotational player. When the Heat, they're a team with a lot of money tied up in Tyler, Bam, Jimmy, Kyle Lowry, Duncan, you got to find some of these low-value contracts that can really contribute, and Josh Richardson is definitely one of those guys, and he's a huge reason that this team really has so much depth. Same thing with Caleb Martin, who had another 9 points today. I thought he was very, very good, especially in that second half, too. How did Duncan Robinson do tonight? He didn't score tonight. I was going to say, I didn't even really see him in the fourth quarter. Did he even play in the second half? Yeah, he played a little bit in the second half, I recall, but didn't score tonight. But he's a guy that he's had a great year. He was only, I think he only took like 4 shots tonight, I saw. Anyways, yeah, so weird game from Duncan Robinson. Usually you see him leave a little bit of a bigger mark out there. And same thing for Highsmith. He didn't score today either, only played 11 minutes. I was confused why for the last defensive possession Highsmith wasn't in there, but whatever, don't matter. I think that's, I'm checking my notes here, I think that's really all I got to discuss from the Miami Heat side. On the Brooklyn Nets side was pretty much Mikal Bridges, Cam Thomas, and a little bit of Royce O'Neal. I love that Nets team though. I like particular guys on that Nets team, specifically guys that I think would fit very well on the Miami Heat. With this loss tonight, the Nets dropped to 16-23. They're currently 10th in the East, but they're tied for 11th. That's a team that may be looking to sell some pieces. And if they are, Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal, and Spencer Dinwiddie are 3 guys that I would love to see on this Heat roster. Just keep that in mind. Particularly Dorian Finney-Smith, who was the primary defender on Jimmy in this game. Was getting cooked a little bit, but he's still a very good defender, very good 3-point shooter overall. And what was it? I think that's pretty much it. all I was gonna say for this game. So let me know y'all thoughts down below. I didn't get a chance to do a video after the last game, but of course that's when they announced that D-Wade would be getting his own statue. That was so exciting to see, like when Pat Riley came out there and kind of revealed it to all of us in real time. Even though I heard D-Wade say, you know, in like his presser that he knew beforehand, but like hearing it in front of the whole crowd like really meant a lot to him. And that was dope to see. And it's long overdue because Dirk Nowitzki got his statue like a year or two ago. So it's about time D-Wade got a statue, and it will be the "this is my house." That's pretty obvious, in my opinion, at least. But like I said earlier, the Heat play the Toronto Raptors on Wednesday. I'll be back for another video after that game, maybe. Or maybe I'll be on the Basement Sports Network. Who knows? Either way, make sure to like and subscribe so you can see me whenever I'm back on this channel. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Look, pull up in your city tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a headspace. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.